Alright YouTube, what's going on? So, my last video, I said that I would upload a video of shifting. If you haven't seen my last video, you can check that one out. It's basically a story about my career and where I am today. But y'all go watch that one. This one's gonna be about the shifting. So there's 3 different types of manual transmissions: 10-speed, 13, and 18. The difference between the 13 and an 18 is basically the splitter and the high range and low range. With an 18, you can split every gear. 13, you can only split the high range, which this is high range, that's low range. And we call this a dog. This is your splitter here. So I'm gonna try to have the camera positioned so y'all can see it. Over here, way over here is out of the camera, but I'll move that. So first thing you're gonna do starting off, first I'm gonna show y'all over here and up. You're gonna push your clutch all the way in. You let off the clutch a little bit and see it slides right in. So this is reverse. This is low, and with these two here on an 18, you can split both. You can, with this down, you can push this forward and get a high range out of the lower gear. So with 13, you can't do that. But we don't need these two. I'm trying to position the air conditioner on me because it's pretty hot out. With a, you don't even need this gear here unless you're like super heavy and you're crawling uphill. Let's say you're in a dock and you're in a position at an angle. You know, you're back in your truck and trailer. You know, you're sitting like this, or you parked somewhere last night. You need to crawl out of it, or you might be stuck in a rut, and you would use this and flip your differential on, and you can crawl out of it. It's basically all this is for. So if you're really heavy and you're taking off, this would be first gear. This is second down here, and then over and up is third, fourth. You flip that dog up, you would come out, go here, and you do this, flip this up. So I'm gonna explain how to do all that. So starting off, where I would normally start off at, push the clutch in, second gear. Now, when you're taking off, you would let off the clutch, start rolling. You don't come off the clutch too fast, but you start rolling. When you let off the clutch fully, you mash on the gas, or the pedal. It's not gas, but anyway, mash on the pedal. Let off. When you let off, you gotta watch your RPMs too, because you can't be too high or too low, or it won't work. So you let off, you come out and over and up. The reason it's grinding is because I didn't have my clutch in. But come over here, then you mash on it, gain some speed, let off, drop back down. Now to come out of here, you flip that dog up, and then you would let off, come over into first gear, where first gear would be. Now you're in high range. So from here, you would, as you're mashing on it, you flip this forward. And when you let off and you get back on it, now you're in the high range of 5th gear. So then you would flip that back down. As soon as you got on it here and you got into this gear, you would flip that back down. So now you need to come here into basically 6th for the low range of 6th. So now you're here, you're accelerating, you push this forward as you're still on the pedal. Let off, go back on it. Now you're in the high range of 6th gear. And you would flip this back down, over and up. Now you're in the low range of 7th gear. Now, when you're accelerating, flip that forward, let off, get back on it. Now you're in the high range of 7th gear. Flip this back down. As soon as you're back in that gear, you flip this back down, and you come back down this way. And now you're in the low range of 8th gear, which is your top gear. Let off, get back on. Well, you would flip that forward, let off, get back on it. Now you're in the high range of your high gear, 8th gear, which is 18, or could be 13. So now you win the downshift. It's a little different, but the same. So you gotta flip down, and you're gonna tap the accelerator, and it's gonna catch that next gear, catch that lower gear. Now, when you have it up, you flip it down and you let off. You have to tap the accelerator for it to catch that gear. It won't do that. It won't do nothing automatically. You have to tap the accelerator, it'll catch that gear. Now, when you continue to slow down, you flip it forward, you go back up. Tap the accelerator, and you're in that gear now. Now, do the same thing. Tap, bring it back low, tap. Now you're in that one. Bring this forward, come down, tap. Bring it lower, tap. And at the same time, you're probably using the brakes at the same time. Alright? Because you got to slow down. This with the Jake brake on slows you down. So you got to have the Jake brake on actually to help you slow down too. You don't want to be using the pedal too much. You'll overheat your brakes. So back forward, come here. Now this is your 5th gear, high range. You're on it. You tap the accelerator, put the gear, bring this down, tap the accelerator again, bring this down, come out over the 4th, tap it, and you're catching the gear. Okay. And at this point, you're almost to a stop. If you run the Jake brakes, you can probably turn them off and ride the brakes to come to a stop. And if you need to, then from here you can go here and then come back over down to 2nd. So the only thing I can say is if you get into a truck, do what I just did without moving the truck. Practice the shifting. Hold the clutch in, because you're not going to get it in gear without the clutch. Hold the clutch in and use the rhythm. Learn the rhythm. Okay? So every time you touch, it's going to grind if you're not doing the clutch. And when you're rolling, when you're moving, you don't have to worry about that grinding. And you don't have to touch a clutch at all when you're shifting. All you're doing is mashing the pedal, letting off, mashing the pedal, letting off. That's really all you're doing every time you switch a gear. You're letting off the pedal, go into gear, back on the pedal. Let off the pedal, grab a gear, back on the pedal. Whether you're shifting this forward or backwards, you're letting off the pedal and getting back on it. There is videos out there that you can watch and do a. They'll actually show their feet and the shifter at the same time. I forgot the guy's name, but he drives a 389 Pete like me. But I think, or he might be in a Kenworth. But anyway, he has a tall shifter, and it looks so much easier. And I did not know how easy it was until I got into one. It is a lot easier with the taller shifter. Why, I don't know, but it is a lot easier. I was always told that, you know, it makes it easier, and it does. I wouldn't have a tall shifter with a 10-speed probably though. I don't know. That's just me though. But I don't like a 10-speed at all anyway. But 10-speed, the only problem I had was over here and down would be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, no, because over, all the way over and down was first, and then this would be up would be second, third, fourth, fifth. And when you had to go to sixth gear, you had to flip the dog up, come all the way over, and come to sixth. The gears are further apart. The slots, I guess you'd say, they're further apart. This H pattern, 13 and 18 speeds, they're a little bit closer together, so they're easier to get to. For me, it's a lot easier to shift. Nice white Pete just pulled up. Having a little bit of trouble with my CB, so I'm thinking it's the coax. I'm gonna try to fix it myself, but I don't know if it's just not plugged in all the way, or back connection or whatever, but I gotta try to figure that out. But y'all, this is my first time in a long nose 389. It's not just a long nose 389, it's a stretched frame, so I'm a bit long. I believe it is stretched. I don't know. It looks like it's stretched. I was told it was stretched actually, and it does definitely look like it is. Maybe when I'm going on home time tomorrow after I deliver my load. So maybe tomorrow night I'll do a video, because I just got the truck washed. And it's going to be covered with bugs, but I just got the truck washed, so maybe tomorrow late afternoon I'll do a little video showing the truck. I'll park it somewhere where I'm going to park at. I'll park somewhere where I'll be by myself, try to be by myself, and show the truck in the daylight. Because there was a video, I think my first video of the new company, I showed the truck, but I think it was at nighttime. So I'll try to do a little video and showing the truck in the daytime before the sun goes down. But for y'all that are in school and y'all are trying to decide on getting the going for the manual or the automatic, if you go for the automatic, you're gonna have to go back to school to get the automatic restriction taken off to do this. So don't be scared and go for the manual. If you fail, it's alright, do it again. But just have confidence in yourself. Practice is most schools give y'all 4 to 6 weeks. So if you take, an hour or two of each day that you're there on the practice pad learning the manual, then you can get it down. Every time you get into the truck, whatever, practice on the manual, or tell the instructor you want to learn the manual. Watching videos, other videos, whatever can help. And if y'all probably gonna have 10 speeds, which because I don't know if this video will help, but a 10 speed is, I can show you the gear positions. It's basically just a pleasure. All the way over and down is first. Then this would be second. This would be third, fourth, fifth. You would flip the dog up. You would come back over. Dog goes up. You would come down into sixth. Then you would go seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. That's 10 speed. There's no flipping the dog or nothing like that. I mean, no splitting gears. From 5th to 6th is quite far apart, and you have to be quick, especially when you're going like uphill and you're in that 4th gear and you're tacking out, so you need to grab another gear. It's best not to change gears going uphill. It's best not to. But if you get to a point when you have to grab that next gear because you're just tacking out and you're not gaining, you're losing momentum or whatever, if you're quick enough, you can hurry up and grab that 6th gear. But if you're going to be going uphills, downhills, I wouldn't suggest not learning. I mean, just learning out, I wouldn't suggest grabbing gears, going up and down hills. I do it now, but I got more confident with myself. I've been driving just over 2 years. I've been in a manual for the last, I've done a combined probably a year, almost a year, driving manual. First year was probably all automatic, and then the last year would be mostly manual. It took me about 4 or 5 months, whatever, to get comfortable with changing gears, going downhill or uphill. But I don't always do it. I'm usually already in the gear I need to be in going down the mountain. The plus side about having this is if you're going down the mountain or going up a mountain, you can split that gear and grab another, it's basically a half gear. But you can split this and grab that half gear and keep your momentum going up, or help you slow down a little bit more going down. So like if I'm going downhill and I'm in the top end on whatever gear, let's say I'm, because this would be 5 high, let's say I'm in 6th, and I'm in 6th high, and I'm going downhill, I would slow down to the speed that I need to be in to go back down. I'd use my brakes to slow down to the speed I need to be in, and then hurry, flip this down, tap the accelerator, and now I'm back in the lower gear. And then tap the brakes some more to slow me down a little bit more, because once you do that, your RPMs are going to jump up really high if you're not at the correct speed, because every gear has its tack limit. So I hope I explained this enough. I'm trying to make this as short as possible. So if y'all have any questions, please feel free to comment. And if you liked it, you know what to do. If you don't, you know what to do. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.